Continuing September 9th from 2014. O'Farrell faces the ICAC, who smeared him but has no evidence of wrongdoing presented to him, with an election due within a year. It would be good for the ICAC to give New South Wales an indication of what is wrong with the Liberal Party of New South Wales, if anything. It would also be good were they to investigate irregularities in the ALP, which has long historical roots which have not been investigated. It is illustrative to contrast this with the testimony of a judge. Gillard's boss at Slaters and Gordon, later appointed judge by Gillard, claimed he knew Gillard was a lover of one company account but had not felt the need to ask her about it or deem it improper. It has been alleged Gillard corruptly misappropriated money from business designated for a union and used part of it on renovations for her home. If what the judge has said is true, it shows a strong reliance on the adage that a person who does nothing wrong. More pertinently, it seems an abrogation of duty which has allowed corruption to fester in the highest office of the land. It is telling the reach of slush and unions that such corruption has never been addressed. Delay a windfall in superannuation, many funds of which are managed by unions, and unions threaten strikes. A related slush fund attracting attention is the work income protection racket, which unions are charging to their members. Surely the union fee covers that? It is okay for the ALP. They still have the opinion poll majority and have announced their first policy since they ran out of our money. Shorten is promising to build submarines in Adelaide if he is elected in 2 years' time, assuming he won't be in jail for involvement with slush funds then. His ability to surpass a Collins-class mistake can't be ignored. Meanwhile, Obama thanks Mr Abbott for any of many reasons, which Australia news media have missed. Abbott's strength as a leader and reliability as a friend. We know some things are wrong. It is so obvious it seems absurd to have to explain them. An employee of a comic store has been sacked for publicly speaking out about a back room referred to as a rape room. She seems to have spoken to the shop superiors before tweeting and then being fired. She apparently has not approached police with her concerns and doesn't seem to feel the room was a place where rape occurred. Had she approached authorities before publicly outing the room, they may have ignored her, but then she might not now be sacked, but it might still go well for her. News media are covering her story. They won't cover my issues. I had approached authorities appropriately. Forcefully detaining people for sexual gratification is wrong. That is not what is happening with the Australian federal government's processing of boat peoples as asylum seekers. A recent rumour into the death of journalist Mungo McCallum has been met with glowing tributes. He's alive and well, but one wonders what he would do were he alive today. Obama plans to heal Sunni-Shia divide. Will he reveal Muhammad's heir? Lots of laughs, as one wag observed regarding ISIS. The problem with Sharia is that it has never been tried. Not really. Obama could easily heal the schism between Sunni and Shia. All he need do is reveal the heir of Muhammad. It might not go down well if he claims he is the heir. It also might not go down well if the heir is said to be Sunni. If the heir is Shia and not currently a leader, that won't be good either. Still, it would be poetic if Obama pointed to one of the beheaded journalists and said, "It was him." It is worth dreaming. It is reported many jihadis from the West are dreaming of life in a normal Western home. The new sales pitch could be, go to Syria and stay because you are dead. Meanwhile, a terrorist spokesperson in the UK links it to Islam. Anjem Choudhury is chairman of Britain's Society of Muslim Lawyers, and he has taken a terrorist viewpoint on world affairs, bringing Islam into disrepute. It is interesting to contrast Choudhury's comments with those of the Australian Labor Party Tony Burke, who praises terrorists. Meanwhile, an old debate in the UK circa 2012 between journalist Penny and TV historian Starkey illustrates how an empty meme can triumph in debate where substance contradicts it. In this case, Starkey had pointed out the ethnicity of Continuing on from 2014, Starkey had pointed out the ethnicity of Rotherham abused and been slapped down by Penny. Thing is, Starkey was correct. Obama was similarly deemed to have won debate against Romney when the issue of Benghazi was raised. Another similar issue has been raised by the New York Times' Ross Douthat, who points out that pedophiles are opportunists who will show up whenever they feel they will not be stopped. Interestingly, considering the ramifications of a constitutional change called for in Australia, Senator and idiot Lambie has claimed Aboriginal ancestry. Her right to claim it has been challenged. If she is successful in retaining her identity, she will have a special place reserved for her in the Australian Constitution should the amendments take place that many other Australians won't have.